Hello, I'm 697 and welcome to another episode of Minecraft Complete Modding Guide. In this episode I'll be furthermore explaining how to make recipes and smelting recipes for Minecraft. So if you've seen my previous tutorials, I've did it for the specific items I made, but it can be used for items you've made or can be used for making other items, so maybe an easy way to obtain diamonds or different dyes and stuff. So not only will we be doing recipes, but I'll be telling you how to do a recipe with dyes, which is a bit more complicated. So let's get started. So the first one we're going to do is a recipe, and as always I've always got my mod underscore whatever file set up, in this case called mod underscore recipes, and we always have to have a public string get version, but we don't always have to declare anything because we don't need to declare anything, but we always need public void as well, which is where we're going to put our recipes. So for this example I want to be making a recipe for making a diamond with dirt blocks. So first we're going to put mod loader dot add recipe, which is the mod loader method for adding a recipe, put bracket, and now we want to do new item stack, put a bracket again, and then put the item we want to smelt, which is item dot diamond. So every time we put item dot, it gives us a list of all the items declared in the class file item, and we want to find diamonds. So if you just put D, we find diamond here, double click it, and then you put comma again and put 1 because that's how many diamonds I want to smelt. Now you can see there's two brackets here. Take one from off because that will be closed later. So everything that we want to put that closed bracket, that will be everything from here to there. And now we put another comma, and then we put new object, and after that put the curly thing. So anything around the curly thing, when we closed it, we'll finish it. But we don't want to close it with that. We'll be closing it with, when we click enter, we'll close it with that. But so basically whatever goes inside those two curly brackets is part of the recipe, whatever goes inside those normal brackets is part of the recipe. And then, so by the recipe I mean like the modelled method as opposed to the actual contents of it, and then we put semicolon. Now for the central bit, which is our main bit, first we want to start with the actual crafting. So a workbench is seen as this. So it can be X's, it could be Y's, it could be whatever, and we'll just say, later we'll say what these X's are, but basically that's the crafting table. So this one here that's highlighted is the bottom right, that is the top line in the middle, but basically we want two dirt blocks on top of each other to make this diamond. So we want to take that off, and then we want to take that off. Actually we want to take this whole thing off because we don't need 3 lines, we only need 2. Therefore we can use, so when you click inventory and we have that 2x2 crafting, we can use that because it's only 2 parts. And then we have to take that off. So for the inventory one, it would look like that. So that's everything in the inventory crafting bit, but we just want to do that so we have one top of the other. And then we put another comma, and now we're going to declare what this X is. So instead of doing a speech mark, we put just a normal apostrophe and put X, and then we put comma again, and now we're saying what this X is, which is an item, no, it's a block, sorry, dot, and it will show us a list of all the blocks, and we want dirt. And then we've done our recipe. Oh, as you can see I've done a mistake here. It should be item with an I as a capital and stack with an S as a capital. But besides that, we've done our recipe. Now we can go on to doing the smelting. For the smelting, we're going to say, let's say we want to smelt one piece of dirt to make the diamond. So what we do is put mod loader dot and then add smelting to declare it. And as you can see there's a list there. We just put add smelting. Take everything outside these brackets, and first bit we want to put is what we're going to put into the furnace to smelt, and that's a dirt block. So we put block dot dirt, and now after this we have to put dot block ID, which is saying that it's going to be, actually I'm not sure what that means, but for blocks we put blocked ID. If we wanted to smelt like an item, like an apple, we put item dot apple dot shifted index. So after that we put another comma, and now we want to say what we're going to smelt, what's going to be the outcome of the smelting, which is new items stack again, like in the recipe, and then we put another bracket, and we're going to say what's going to be smelted, which is an item dot diamond, another comma, and we're going to say how many are going to be smelted, and we're just going to put 2, so we want 2 diamonds to come out at the end. And now we put a semicolon, and that's your smelting recipe done. Now making recipes with dyes is a bit more difficult. So what we have to do is say, so what we're going to say in here is that an iron ingot, 2 iron ingots in fact, will be made with Y over a dirt block, which is what we put here. we want Y to be is bone meal. So for this we've got to put new, we put the apostrophes and put Y, and then we're going to say what this Y is, which is, and this is something different we have to put new item stack bracket, and now we've got to put item dot dye powder, which is there. The quantity, so no matter if it's a recipe where we have to have one anyway, we still have to put the quantity, which is 1, and then this last bit is called the damage value. Now this is the value of the dye we want. We want bone meal. So if we come to this list I've made, which is called damage value of different dyes, we have things like ink sacs and cocoa beans, which are all dyes. But basically we want bone meal, and the damage value of bone meal is 15. So if you want to put Y as bone meal, we put 15. And that's making a recipe with dye. Unfortunately, I don't know right now how to do smelting with dyes, but in the future, once I find out, I'll definitely put that as an external video off this, just to tell you. Now, how about if you want to make a recipe with items we've made? So this first bit's going to be items we've made within the same mod as these recipes. So I've just declared 2 items here, test 1 and test 2. I want to say that we have to use test 2 to make test 1. So I haven't put any textures or anything, you don't need that, I've just declared it, so it's still an item. But basically, what we want to make is this test 2. Now because it's within the, we want to make test 1. So because it's within this mod file, we don't have to put anything behind it. Like with items, we have to put item dot because we have to refer to a class. But because it's the same class, we just have to put test 1. And it's the same for this. If we want to use test 2 to make that, and just put one of those in to make it, we just put test 2. And then that's done. This is the same for smelting as well. So if we wanted to smelt test 2 to make test 1, we just put test 2 here, and because we declared it's an item, we put dot shifted index at the end. So that it's an item, and what we want to make is a new item stack of 1 test 1. So we put test 1. And that's the smelting done for your own items or blocks you've defined in the same class file as your recipe. Now let's say we wanted to craft something, craft an item we've made with another item we made, but it's in a different class file. So for this example I've got mod_item. Well, let's say we want to use that. So inside here I've just got 2 more items defined. One's called test 4, and one's called test 3. And let's say we want to make test 3 by putting test 4 in a workbench. Now basically what we have to do is say that this X has to, this X have to be test 4. So what we have to do is refer to mod_item. So we say X is going to be mod_item dot, and then we say what this item is going to be. So usually we would have a list of things, but because we haven't done that bit yet, we're going to have to do this manually. So we see it's called test 4. So mod_item dot test 4. And now we're going to put into new item stack we want to make, which is test 3. So we're going to refer to that again. So we're going to put, this item should be lowercase I. Basically we want to refer to mod_item for that test 3. So we put mod_item dot, and it goes to list of the items defined, and we want test 3. So as you can see, inside mod_item we've got test 3, and that's going to be made by putting test 4 of that same class on a workbench. This yet again applies for the smelting as well. So we've put saying that mod_item.test4, so test 4 of that class will be put into a furnace to create this test 3 of that same class, and we put shifted index again there because it's an item. Now I've left out a piece of crucial information because I treated all these different recipes and smelting as if they were by themselves, not with each other. But let's say we had all these together. So the crucial information is that all these X's and Y's can't appear more than once unless it's of the same item or block. So we said here that X and X equals block dirt. So when we said dirt again, we can use X again, so that'll be fine. But we've used here X to represent this test 4 item, and we can't do that because it will clash and won't work. So we have to do this, put this to something that's not being used. So for example Z, because X and Y has been used, Z isn't. So we can use Z. I'm not sure about what characters don't work, but I'd say stick to letters and numbers as they definitely work. So basically that Z won't clash with that X anymore. I'm going to show you that these recipes work. So remember, we had the one dirt block above the other to get 1 diamond. We put 1 dirt block into a furnace to make 2 diamonds, and we put bone meal above a dirt block to make an iron ingot. So I've opened the game, and first we're going to do the diamond, which is 2 dirt blocks above each other. So we put that in, and you see we've smelted a diamond. I mean, not smelted a diamond, made a diamond. Now we can look at the smelting as well. So we just put 1 dirt block in, and see it's smelting now. While that's doing, we'll just check the iron ingot. So we've got that dirt block, and we've got our bone meal. And as you can see, it's made ingots, so that's work. We've come back over to furnace. We can see that we put our dirt block in before, just like 5 seconds ago, and it's made 2 diamonds. So now we know all the recipes work. Thanks for watching yet another tutorial by me. The download for those damage values, as well as all these different kinds of recipes broken down, will be in the description below to download, and it will also be on my forum post very soon, before or after this upload. And I hope you enjoyed this video and it helped, and if you've got more questions, so probably do, because I might have missed some things out, then put that in the comment section. I don't like asking for likes, but likes really help, so can you like it, show your love. I know everyone says show your love, but I really hope you love my videos, and subscribe to show me more love, because love makes the world go round, including this world and the world in which I make YouTube videos. And I'll see you guys next episode, when hopefully I'll be less philosophical. I don't think I can say philosophical right. Okay, see you guys. Bye.